In the heart of Ravenswood, nestled between cobblestone streets and shadowy alleyways, stood a relic of the town's haunted history, the Whispering Spirits. The bar, draped in an air of decay and mystery, cast a long, ominous shadow over the quiet town. Rumors circulated through the community like a chilling breeze, tales of phantoms that roamed its dimly lit halls and tormented souls that lingered within. Jack, a down-and-out adventurer seeking a fresh start, found himself drawn to the enigmatic establishment. The flickering neon sign, barely visible through the fog that seemed to perpetually envelop the bar, beckoned him with an otherworldly allure. Unbeknownst to Jack, the whispers of the townsfolk spoke of a spectral curse that plagued those who dared to work within its walls. As Jack stepped across the threshold for his first night shift, the creaking wooden door echoed ominously behind him. The interior was a time capsule of decades past, with worn leather stools, dusty bottles of forgotten liquor, and a lingering scent of aged wood and despair. The atmosphere was oppressive, a palpable heaviness that settled upon Jack's shoulders like a ghostly shroud. His manager, a cryptic figure named Mr. Blackwood, welcomed him with a nod, his eyes harboring secrets that refused to be spoken. The patrons, their faces obscured by the low-hanging haze, cast furtive glances at the newcomer. The air hung thick with a sense of anticipation, as if the very walls were privy to the spectral drama that unfolded within. Jack's first task was to navigate the labyrinthine maze of the bar's back rooms, each corner seemingly darker and more foreboding than the last. The flickering fluorescent lights cast eerie shadows that danced along the walls, creating illusions of movement that played tricks on Jack's apprehensive mind. As the night wore on, peculiar incidents unfolded. Glasses trembled on the shelves, rearranging themselves in cryptic patterns. Whispers, barely audible, seemed to emerge from the very walls, their origins impossible to trace. Jack, despite the encroaching unease, pressed on with his duties, determined to prove himself as the newest custodian of the Whispering Spirits. The clock struck midnight, a harbinger of the supernatural theatrics that were about to unfold. The temperature within the bar plummeted, and Jack felt an unseen gaze upon him. Ghostly apparitions materialized, each figure draped in the ethereal residue of past sorrows. They were the specters of former bartenders and servers, their faces etched with tales of tragedy. Tormented by their otherworldly presence, Jack watched in awe and horror as the ghosts reenacted their grisly demise. The air became heavy with the weight of their collective sorrow, and the room echoed with anguished cries that transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Paralyzed with fear, Jack attempted to flee, only to find the entrance door sealed shut as if by an unseen force. The spirits, trapped in a spectral loop, beckoned him towards a concealed door behind the bar. With a trembling hand, Jack unlocked the door, revealing a hidden passage that led to the bowels of the cursed establishment. The secret passage unveiled a forgotten cellar, a subterranean chamber that bore witness to the darkest secrets of the Whispering Spirits. The ghosts, now more palpable than ever, implored Jack to uncover the truth and release them from their otherworldly shackles. Reluctantly, Jack delved into the haunted history of the bar, unraveling a tale of betrayal, revenge, and unspeakable horrors. In the depths of the cellar, Jack discovered relics of a bygone era, tattered letters, faded photographs, and remnants of a time when the bar had been a clandestine meeting place for a nefarious gang known as the Shadows of Ravenswood. The employees, having unwittingly stumbled upon the gang's illicit activities, had met a gruesome end at the hands of the vengeful criminals. Armed with the knowledge of the bar's dark past, Jack embarked on a mission to expose the truth and liberate the trapped spirits. The ghosts, now allies in his quest for justice, guided him through a maze of deception, leading to the unearthing of long-buried evidence that would unveil the sinister secrets of the Whispering Spirits. As the story unfolded, the town of Ravenswood became entwined in a web of darkness and redemption. The haunted bar, once a malevolent force, became a focal point for the community's collective struggle against the lingering shadows of the past. The townsfolk, intrigued and terrified, followed Jack's journey as he ventured into the haunted depths of the supernatural. With each revelation, the paranormal activity within the bar intensified. The spirits, fueled by Jack's determination, grew more restless, their spectral manifestations reaching a crescendo that echoed through the town. The whispers of the townsfolk transformed into urgent discussions, debates about the nature of the afterlife, and the moral implications of uncovering the town's buried secrets. In a climactic confrontation, Jack, armed with the damning evidence of the gang's atrocities, confronted the descendants of the Shadows of Ravenswood who still lurked in the town. The revelation sparked a tumultuous reckoning, a clash between the forces of justice and the remnants of a malevolent past. The town became a battleground of the living and the dead, a surreal dance between the material and the ethereal. In the midst of the chaos, Jack stood as a beacon of resolve, bridging the gap between the two worlds. The ghosts, no longer bound by the shackles of their tragic past, channeled their spectral energy to assist Jack in vanquishing the remnants of the gang. The bar, once a haven for darkness, became a battleground for the town's collective redemption. As the final confrontation unfolded, the spirits unleashed a spectral storm that engulfed the town. The malevolent descendants, their faces twisted with desperation, faded away into the swirling mists of the supernatural. The air resonated with an eerie silence broken only by the triumphant whispers of the liberated spirits. Ravenswood, forever changed by the events that transpired within the whispering spirits, emerged from the ordeal as a town reborn. The haunted bar, cleansed of its malevolence, stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. A memorial was erected to honor the fallen employees, their names etched into a plaque that served as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made to unveil the town's darkest secrets. Jack, having played a pivotal role in the town's redemption, became a mysterious figure in his own right. The townsfolk spoke of him in hushed tones, a spectral hero who had bridged the realms of the living and the dead. As he left Ravenswood, the bar's neon sign flickered one last time, as if bidding farewell to the adventurer who had unraveled its haunting mysteries. The legend of the whispering spirits echoed through Ravenswood for generations to come, a cautionary tale for those who dared to delve into the shadows of the supernatural. The town, having faced its demons and emerged victorious, stood as a beacon of resilience in the face of the unknown. And as the sun set over the cobblestone streets, casting long shadows that danced along the walls, Ravenswood embraced its haunted history forever. The night enveloped the park in an inky darkness, the moon casting its feeble glow upon the deserted paths. A gentle breeze rustled through the trees, whispering secrets to the shadows that clung to the edges of the dimly lit lampposts. Hand in hand, Adam and Sarah wandered through the solitude, blissfully unaware of the spectral presence that silently trailed behind them. As they strolled deeper into the park, the lamplights flickered, creating ethereal patterns that seemed to dance in rhythm with the couple's footsteps. Unbeknownst to them, a ghostly figure began to materialize from the obscure corners of the night. The apparition, a woman with an aura of melancholy, moved with spectral grace, her form barely discernible in the moonlight. A sudden chill crawled down Sarah's spine, and she instinctively tightened her grip on Adam's hand. A subtle unease settled in the air, but the couple continued their journey, oblivious to the ethereal presence that had emerged from the shadows. The ghostly woman, her translucent figure gaining definition, mirrored their every move with an eerie elegance. As they approached a secluded grove, an unsettling coldness descended. Unseen eyes observed them from the shrouded darkness as the ghostly woman became more tangible. Her long, flowing hair cascaded down her ethereal form, and her eyes glowed with an otherworldly luminescence. Adam, sensing an unseen force, whispered to Sarah, "Do you feel that?" Her response was a silent nod, both captivated and unnerved by the unseen watcher. The ghostly woman, now fully manifested, floated gracefully into the dim light, her mournful expression hinting at a tale of sorrow that transcended the boundary between life and death. Frozen in place, the couple watched as the spectral woman extended her translucent hand, an ethereal invitation hanging in the night air. Driven by an irresistible compulsion, Adam and Sarah found themselves drawn towards the heart of the grove. The gnarled trees cast elongated shadows, painting an otherworldly tableau around them, as if the very fabric of reality had shifted. The ghostly woman guided them to an ancient weathered fountain at the grove's center. The water within, stagnant and murky, reflected the haunting glow of the moon. With a subtle gesture, the spectral figure beckoned the couple to peer into the depths, revealing a portal to a realm where the past and present coexisted. As Adam and Sarah gazed into the enchanted waters, ghostly images materialized, visions of betrayal, heartbreak, and a life cut short, unfolded like spectral tapestry. The ghostly woman's voice, a haunting melody that resonated in their minds, narrated the tragic tale of her demise, a tale of love and treachery that had condemned her to a lingering existence between worlds. Haunted by the ghost woman's plight, Adam and Sarah felt an overwhelming surge of empathy. The spectral figure implored them, through ethereal whispers, to bring justice to her restless soul, to unveil the secrets that had bound her to the shadowy realm. The couple, now entrusted with the weight of a ghostly plea, vowed to unravel the enigma behind the spectral woman's tragic fate. As they turned to leave the grove, the ghostly figure faded back into the shadows, her mournful gaze lingering in the moonlit air. The park returned to its desolate quietness, a haunting aura lingering in the atmosphere, a testament to the spectral encounter that had unfolded beneath the veil of night. Adam and Sarah, burdened with the spectral quest, ventured into the unknown, their journey fraught with the unseen mysteries of the past. The park, once a serene haven, now held the echoes of a tale that transcended the boundary between the living and the dead. Little did they know that their quest for justice would unravel a web of secrets, revealing that some stories are best left untold, and the line between reality and the supernatural is a delicate thread that, once pulled, can unravel the fabric of both worlds. On a storm-laden night, the library stood cloaked in an eerie silence. The flickering lights cast long, ominous shadows that danced along the towering bookshelves. Alice, an avid reader with a penchant for the macabre, found herself drawn to the dimly lit corners of the library's labyrinthine aisles. As she wandered through the quiet stacks, the occasional crackle of thunder echoed in the distance, intensifying the ominous atmosphere. A book, seemingly untouched by time, caught Alice's eye. It beckoned to her like a siren's call from the dusty shelf, its cover adorned with cryptic symbols that seemed to shimmer in the dim light. Curiosity overpowering caution, Alice reached for the haunted tome. The moment her fingers grazed its ancient pages, a chill ran down her spine. Unbeknownst to her, the library's air became thick with an unseen presence. A shadowy figure, darker than the encroaching night, materialized behind her. As Alice flipped through the pages of the eerie book, the library's once familiar ambiance warped into a realm of the supernatural. Whispers, barely audible, echoed through the aisles, and the temperature dropped precipitously. Unseen eyes seemed to scrutinize her every move. A shadowy figure, its form indistinct, slithered along the bookshelves, mirroring Alice's path. The more she delved into the haunted book, the more the spectral presence intensified. Sinister whispers seemed to emanate from the pages, weaving a tale of ancient curses and restless spirits. Growing uneasy, Alice felt the weight of an unseen gaze upon her. A fleeting glimpse of the shadowy figure caught her eye, its form undulating with malevolent intent. Panic seized her as she realized the darkness that followed her every step was no mere illusion. With trembling hands, Alice snapped the haunted book shut. The moment it closed, the library's oppressive atmosphere lifted. Yet the shadowy figure persisted, now an indomitable presence that crept closer with each heartbeat. Fear-stricken, Alice hurriedly returned the book to its place on the shelf. As it slid back into its resting spot, the air crackled with an otherworldly energy. The library, once filled with ominous whispers, fell into an unsettling silence. To Alice's astonishment, the shadowy figure dissipated into nothingness, leaving only a lingering echo of its haunting presence. The oppressive air lifted, and the flickering lights regained their regular glow. The storm outside, mirroring the turmoil within the library, began to subside. With a trembling breath, Alice backed away from the bookshelf. The haunted tome remained on its perch, seemingly innocuous once more. The library, now devoid of the malevolent presence, returned to its quietude. Alice, her heart pounding, hastened towards the exit, glancing back only once to ensure the spectral shadow had truly dissipated. As she stepped into the cool night air, the library's facade seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. The ominous energy that had clung to its hallowed halls had dissipated with the closing of the haunted book. The storm, having played witness to the supernatural encounter, faded into a gentle rain, washing away the remnants of the spectral unease that had gripped the library. Alice, though shaken to her core, carried with her the memory of the haunted book and the shadowy figure that lurked in its wake.